Hi and welcome to this Forex market wrap video with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst at Blueberry Markets. In this video, we're going to go through the news and the charts of interest from the week ahead analysis video and some charts that we've focused on this week. Now, in the news, we saw some key data releases, some high impact key data releases that were quite important. First of all, we saw the Australian interest rates left the same at 0.1%, and we had a increase in GDP figures, which was forecasted in. Australian dollar performing pretty well at the moment, as well as the New Zealand dollar, as the market kind of shifts risk into more of the European currencies. And so the Aussie performing pretty well. We then had a Bank of Canada rate statement, which they hiked rates from 0.25% to 0.5%. We then saw in their statement that they are looking to hike rates further and could do it more aggressively. Fed Chairman Powell testified late Wednesday, start of Thursday morning, or Thursday afternoon, I should say, sorry. And he disappointed investors by saying that they're unlikely to hike rates by 50 basis points, and we're likely to see more of a 25 basis points jump there this month. Finally, then we had the NFP numbers, and we can see here that the average hourly earnings actually dropped quite significantly. However, we did see a jump up in the non-farm employment change. What that basically is showing us that there were more jobs created last month. However, they were of a lower economical value, or lower income jobs, essentially. Now, this was pretty much overshadowed again by headlines, headline risk in the markets. The Ukraine and Russia war has escalated somewhat to the point of last night we saw very early in the morning that Russia had attempted to shell a nuclear power plant in Ukraine, which was the largest in Europe, or one of the largest in Europe, and that caused a severe risk-off effect in the markets, and we saw the likes of the euro weaken, pound weaken, yen strengthen, dollar strengthen in this sort of risk-off market scenario. So taking a look at the dollar index, what did we see this week? Price did trade back above $97. We were talking about in the week ahead analysis video that price is likely to head back to the highs of around $97, or even these 97.60 areas. The reason why we expected that was because of that risk-off sentiment in the markets, and that has continued for the week and doesn't look like it's going to slow down at the moment. Looking at the pound then, pound had dropped to the downside. Pound US dollar was one of the charts to watch going into this week for further selling opportunities, due to the fact that the pound was one of the weakest currencies last week, and that has followed through into this week, and we've seen further downside here as well. Didn't quite get a retest of the zone which we were looking for ultimately for that downward opportunity, but price did come up into key sell zones, and we saw some downside from those. Dollar yen as well was featured in one of our videos this week. We like the idea of selling dollar yen. Price came back up into this key structure area here at 115.75. I actually jumped on a position just through here and got out around this area here. Hindsight 2020 would have been great to hold through this uncertainty, but holding trades through an evening can be pretty tricky at the moment due to gaps in the market. But that momentum followed through. Yen strengthened like we thought it would, due to the risk in the markets, and now we're retesting sort of 114.70s. So that risk could remain, and we could see further downside. So if we do see any sell-offs in the yen, could provide some opportunities in the short term. Looking at pound yen then, another chart that we wanted to be a short seller of this week, mainly due to the, again, risk in the markets and the fact that we had this higher time frame head and shoulders pattern, suggesting that price was more likely to head to the downside. Sellers came in again at the supply zones just through here, and we saw a significant downside from there. So it looks like that risk is more within sort of the pound and the euro recently. We'll check out the euro in the week ahead analysis video coming up next week, and yeah, I will talk you through some of that. Yen looks to be remaining strong, as well as the US dollar. So just be wary that the headline risk over the weekend could affect the markets, and we could see a few gaps over the weekend. So be careful of your risk. Thanks for watching the videos this week. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please leave this video a thumbs up. We really appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next video.